In a negative response to President Cyril Ramaphosa's recent address, Julius Malema, the leader of the EFF, expressed reservations about the sustainability of the present government of national unity. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button as we go into the details. Malema, who is well known for being open about his disapproval of the governing African National Congress, ANC, made it clear that he didn't think the coalition government arrangement would survive more than a year. Malema responded by emphasizing that there are a lot of long-standing disputes and divergent ideas within the coalition that forms the administration. He maintained that it will eventually fall apart due to these essential distinctions. This government of national unity is a marriage of convenience, driven by political expediency rather than genuine collaboration, Malema said. Malema went on to attack Ramaphosa's leadership, saying that he was ignoring serious problems facing the nation, including unemployment, economic inequality, and corruption. Malema said that the president's speech was devoid of specific strategies and substance to address these issues. Ramaphosa's address was full of hyperbole and hollow promises. According to him, there isn't much of a commitment to revolutionary policies that would help most South Africans. Malema emphasized the EFF's position, restating the party's demand for drastic economic change and unpaid land confiscation. He issued a warning that the disenfranchised black majority's socioeconomic circumstances would not change in the absence of these actions. In addition, Malema used the occasion to cast doubt on the legality and efficacy of the government of national unity, arguing that it was essentially a tactic used to preserve political power rather than further the interests of the people. This arrangement is bound to fail because it is not rooted in the genuine aspirations of our people, he said. Malema's remarks raise concerns about the government of national unity's viability and future as the country's political climate changes and suggest possible instability ahead for it. Once again, in a speech that is typified by his ferocity, Julius Malema, the head of the Economic Freedom Fighters EFF, delivered a biting indictment of a well-known political figure, comparing him to a wounded buffalo and claiming that the man has no confidence. As vivid as it is sharp, Malema's metaphor highlights the growing conflicts within South Africa's democratic system. The metaphor of the wounded buffalo evokes feelings of weakness and frailty. According to African mythology, a wounded buffalo is an unpredictable and dangerous animal that, if not treated carefully, might do a great deal of harm. Malema's phrase choice implies that the target of his criticism is not just weak but also perhaps dangerous due to his desperation. Malema is well known for his audacious and straightforward speech, which often gets right to the point of political issues with sharp clarity. His most recent remarks seem to be directed at a person who, while he was once a powerful and respected figure, is now facing many difficulties. The EFF leader's claim that the man has no confidence suggests a lack of decisiveness and leadership, two traits necessary for negotiating the murky and often convoluted waters of South African politics. This declaration is made at a time when South Africa is dealing with a wide range of socioeconomic problems, such as increased joblessness, scandals involving corruption, and shortcomings in service delivery. With the political landscape becoming more and more marked by fierce rivalries and ephemeral coalitions, strong, self-assured leadership is more important than ever. Malema's criticism fits into a larger plan to show the EFF as a strong contender to replace the existing leadership. Malema hopes to mobilize people who are fed up with the status quo by drawing attention to what he sees as the shortcomings of his rivals. His political popularity has been largely based on his ability to express the frustrations and ambitions of many South Africans. In summary, Julius Malema's allegory of a political adversary as a wounded buffalo is more than just hyperbole. It conveys a more profound indictment of competence and leadership. With all of South Africa's ongoing difficulties, there is a clear need for strong, capable leadership. It remains to be seen whether this criticism will result in more people supporting the EFF, but Malema's remarks have undoubtedly given the current political conversation a fresh perspective. EFF leader Julius Malema has provided insight into the party's approach to talks with the African National Congress, ANC, highlighting that the contentious Fela farm scandal was always on the table and was instead a part of a larger, more important agenda. Malema clarified in a recent remark that the EFF did not bring up the Fela problem